Well, hello, everyone, and welcome. Thanks for joining us for another great training. This time, we're going to be covering everything about following the money. It's all about show me the money and follow the money. So each and every week, we like to put this on as another one of our success trainings. This is Marty and Cheryl Turner, Master Coordinators with Shackley. And today, what we're going to be talking about is the cash flow quadrant that is based on Robert Kiyosaki's first book, which is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And in the follow-up book, he came up with this idea, really helping people understand how money is made and how cash flows. Number one, we have employees, and we've all been there, done that, or maybe still are. And there's nothing wrong with having a job. The problem is you just don't have any leverage. So what we want to do in sharing this with you is teaching you how and why to truly have financial and time freedom, why you want to be on the right side of the equation. And as we say, you'll either get right, we don't want you to be left behind. So 10% of the wealth is on the left side, and that's employees and self-employed people. Now, the problem with that is, even if you're a high-paid doctor, dentist, attorney, or even a real estate person, the problem is if you don't work, you don't get paid. I always say if you're not drilling, filling, and then billing as a dentist, you don't get paid. And if you were to get hurt, you wouldn't get paid. Now, if you run a dental practice, now you're starting to sneak over into the right side as a business owner, because then if you're not there, there's still other dentists and hygienists and other people working with you and for you. So again, as an employee, you work for a system. 90% of the people work for others. And the fact of the matter is there's nothing wrong with that. But if that's the only way you make money, you also don't have the tax advantages. Those are the people, especially, and we know a few of them, who are high six-figure income earners working for a big company, and they don't have the write-offs that someone like ourselves would have. And we can live a much better lifestyle and not have the same type of tax challenges, if you will. So we have a system that works for you, and that's what we want to put together, is showing people how to run a business, not having the business run you, to be able to be a part of where all the wealth is, or 90% of the wealth is, on the business owner side, and also the investors, where you put your money to work, where money doesn't sleep, and you continue to get paid day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. So if you don't work, you still get paid. And that's the beauty of building, whether it's a real estate, reoccurring income through a passive income through rental properties, whether that's putting your money in the market, whether it's having other investment vehicles, maybe an ownership in another business. The whole idea is that you want to be able to figure out how to make the money, have the tax advantages without having to put in all the work, because there's only so many hours in a day, there's only so many hours in a week. So you want to be able to learn how to leverage and have those systems working for you. Cheryl, anything else you want to add to that?
No, it took us a long time to get to the point where we could invest. We had to find a good financial vehicle so we could get ahead.
That's right.
And then we could invest in other businesses and real estate.
So I hope that makes sense as you look at that. Your goal is to get on the right side and then eventually get to the lower right quadrant, which is the investor side.
Right.
In fact, let me tell you a little story about someone that we know very well by the name of Jordan Adler. He's the author of Beach Money, and I love this quote: "I have quit and I have persisted, and the result of persisting have been much better." Meaning that if you don't quit, you won't fail. And the fact of the matter is that literally after starting and running 10 network marketing companies in 11 years, excuse me, and has never ever signed up a single distributor to work with him. So he was like a lone ranger, if you will. At 34, he had $200 in the bank and a whole lot of credit card debt, $36,000 in credit card debt, and was literally taking the bus to work at one point after his car broke down. 3 years later, with the 11th company, without quitting, he was able to become a top income earner. And now over the years and a couple other companies later, mastering this whole idea of running a business and having leverage and investing in real estate and other investment vehicles, he's made over $20 million in network marketing and has truly had quantum growth.
And we have a picture of us. We stayed
Yeah.
overnight with Jordan. We stayed at his place in
In
Jerome,
Jerome.
Arizona.
That's right.
And I don't know where the picture is, or I would have put it in here.
Yeah. So I love what he says, talking about creating your dream through network marketing. And so this idea of beach money or mailbox money is
Right.
where you don't have to continue to work day after day to continue to get a check month after month and year after year.
Right.
All right. So that's pretty cool. So Cheryl, talk a little bit about these major growth trends in these industries that we're positioned in. And if you're going to have that leverage, it's best to do it in the right industries.
Right. Almost 20 years ago, Marty and I were with a company that was technology, and it just went out of business overnight. We both had nothing because we were both full-time contractors with that company. And so we looked around. We had offers from a couple of different companies, but when we saw the Shackley business, we knew that it wasn't just a one-hit wonder. They are with health and wellness, the healthy weight loss. We've lost over 80 pounds and kept it off all these years. The green products are the best in the business, and they're cleaners. Marty was so excited when we started using these green cleaners. You could breathe and clean at the same time.
Yay.
And the skincare guarantees you will take 10 years off your face or you get your money back. And they're all organic. And our anti-aging line is the best I've ever seen. And then the home-based business model. Again, the best I've ever seen. You can have unlimited potential, time freedom. You can be your own boss. The tax benefits are worth it alone for some people.
Right.
And the way you can leverage without having to have a company with a building that you have to pay for, and employees. You don't have employees, you have partners. They get paid when they make money, and Shackley pays them. You don't have to pay them, but you get a percentage of everything they do. And you really can make a difference in how people feel, how they think, and how they live. And basically, we're working on a $4.5 trillion market. That's just the wellness market. The rest of them are all exploding too. And Paul Zane Pilsner wrote the book, The Next Millionaires. He said new wealth is being created in the next 10 years. And then in the book, he talks about how you can be part of it. And in his book, The Wellness Revolution, he said, you can make a fortune in the next $1 trillion industry.
That's right. While making a difference, having the time freedom, being your own boss,
right,
and having, of course, the unlimited income potential. So let's talk a little bit more about the good news, some more good news. Share with us.
And it's not just our opinion. These are from the Global Wellness Institute. They predict that the wellness economy will have robust growth, projected to have almost a 10% average annual growth. Where else can you get a 10% raise year over year over year?
Right.
The wellness economy is reaching nearly $7 trillion in 2025. Remember that thing we just saw that was $4.5 trillion?
Yep.
It's going to almost double by the year 2025. What do we call that when you have that kind of a growth curve?
Exponential growth.
An exponential growth J curve. And you will be growing twice as fast as the global economic growth. It does about 3.6 annually, and that's based on IMF data. So just look at these numbers for the wellness market value in trillions of US dollars.
When you said IMF, I was thinking of Mission Impossible.
Oh. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to help people think better, feel better, and look better, and make a boatload of money.
That's right. All right. I love it. Good. All right. And it's all about choices as well. And one of the cool things is that you just simply need to get started. You don't have to be great at it. You just have to be at it.
Yep.
Learn along the way. Don't worry about having immediate success. The idea is that you want to fail your way to success by never quitting.
Right.
And you can do that by just simply having a Zoom launch, where you can do a grand opening as you're opening your business and sharing with the world virtually, or you could do it in person. And of course, you'll get paid. The beautiful part about it is these products work and that you will continue to be able to see people prosper. And that's the beautiful thing. Now, it is going to be work, but it will absolutely be worth it.
Right. Now, this sign over here on the left, that's actually an 8-foot by 12-foot illuminated sign that we were able to give to an inner city church.
Yep.
And when Marty called the pastor to let him know it was ready, he was out on a job site with my nephew. And my nephew said the pastor was so excited that somebody was giving him this beautiful sign. And my nephew said, "Oh, who is that?" And he goes, "Oh, you won't know him." He goes, "Oh, who was it?" And he goes, "That was Marty Turner. He and his wife are donating a 8-foot by 12-foot illuminated sign to the St. Paul City Church." He goes, "Oh, Uncle Marty and Aunt Cheryl?" And the pastor said, "Yeah, you wish." He goes, No, really. Cheryl's my mom's sister. She's like a Norwegian Oprah." And the pastor was just shocked that was our nephew. And then in this little picture with Marty holding this darling little boy.
Yeah.
That is Silas, and he's our middle grandson. And in the next picture, that is Silas also. Marty would not have the relationship with him that he does if we weren't building this business. It
That's
gave
right.
us the luxury of spending time with them. And on the next picture, it's my mom. We took her to Sam's Club one day, and when we were taking care of her while she was on hospice, and we forgot the pedals for the wheelchair. So we put her up on a flatbed. We wheeled her around like the Queen of Sheba. She had the time of her life.
Yeah.
And she actually left this realm 2 weeks later. But she was having fun and she was relaxed because I was living with her. They put her on hospice and said she had about 2 weeks. 4 months later, we were taking her to Sam's Club. And it was wonderful that we had the luxury of
Yes.
getting that time to mom. And then over on the right, I had cancer. 12 years ago, they gave me 6 months to live. And this little guy that I've got my hand on, Mason, just turned 13.
That's right.
And so you can't put a price on the things that you can actually spend time, the people you can spend time with, and the things you can help other people with. So it's easy to get started. We have Zoom launches no matter where you are in the world, and you can invite anyone you want, and you can get paid.
Yeah. And it was nice that not only could we be there for our family and our friends, I could be there for you to be your advocate
Right.
Through this process, and to know that these products have made such a difference. To be able to help people to build their immune system, to strengthen them for whatever battle awaits.
Right. They're not a cure, but they will make you stronger.
That's right. And the beautiful part, like we said earlier, Shackley pays a higher percentage of every dollar more than any other home-based business. So if you're going to be in business, in a home-based business, you might as well be with the best.
That's right.
And I love what Sir Richard Branson says. If someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure that you can do it, say yes and then learn how to do it later. I love that.
That's what we did.
That's right. You don't have to know it all to make all the money.
That's right.
You don't have to know it all to
get paid it all.
Get paid it all. There you go. Absolutely. Well, Cheryl, share some closing thoughts as we wrap up this particular.
And so what we had to do, again, we were in a really hard place when we found this business, and we had to just picture the future. We had to release the past.
Yep.
And we had to claim this and work for it and do money-making activities. We had to calm our minds and stay focused. Even though we were in kind of a tough spot, we had other things we wanted and needed to do for each other and for our family. And this vehicle has made all the difference.
Well, and it's so amazing to think about it because we all start, like I said, going back to the beginning as employees or even self-employed. But as soon as you can start figuring out how to run and operate a business where you're partnered and working with others, not just by yourself,
right.
And then take that money and start investing it in your future and in the future of others,
right.
That will pay incredible dividends, not only for the long term to take care of your children's children, but also give you the time freedom to spend more time with them. And that's the beautiful part about what we do. We have time freedom and financial freedom. And I'm going to tell you right now, if we can do it, you can do it too. And we'll be there every step of the way to help you, guide you, and coach you. So with that, here's to your success. And we look forward to meeting you one day and seeing you at our global conference,
Woo-hoo.
Hopefully.
You can do it.
This year, we're going to be doing it in Anaheim
Yep.
at Disneyland. Take care, everyone.
Bye, guys.